So today I decided I would do a unboxing video since everybody else has done one on various things. I haven't done one before. So I received Dune House Secrets in the mail yesterday. My wife had gotten it for me as a birthday present back in August. She'd actually ordered it before that. It was under a kind of a Kickstarter type process from the actual website for the game company Portal Games, and so she got it on there. It came with some stretch goals, which I'll show on here too, and it showed up yesterday. Pretty excited about this one. It's a different kind of game. I'm a huge Dune fanatic, and obviously this ties into the new movie coming out. And it's kind of nice to see Dune getting a renaissance right now, with a lot more game content and just attention in general, that it's well deserved. Yeah, for years the only game you could get was the old Avalon Hill Dune game, which is tremendous. But for a long time that one wasn't even available. It was out of print for a long time. The Frank Herbert estate had just locked down the rights on it, and it couldn't be reprinted. So since then, they've worked out their issues with rights, obviously. So now we have this game. We have the Avalon Hill Dune game redone and being released, or it's already been released by Gale Force 9. And then there's also Dune Imperium, which is a deck building worker placement game, which is tremendous, and that one's put out by Direwolf Studios. But anyway, that's not this one. This is House Secrets. This is a different kind of game. I have not played a game quite like this one before. It's based on a game called Detective. It's 1 to 4 players. It's almost kind of a legacy type game, with a little bit of role playing added to it. You're basically playing one of 4 resistance fighters on Arrakis, fighting against the Harkonnen after they have retaken the planet from House Atreides. So I don't know all the details of it right now. I haven't played it yet. Interestingly, I don't think you can even really play it until October 15th, as some of the content is based off of a website, and you have to pull information from the website, and that website's not up yet. So it looks like they're holding back until the 15th of October for it, which will come up again in something I'll show you here in a second. But anyway, so here's the basic game, or the box for the game. This is not here including the stretch goals, except for one thing that's in the box already that I put in there just for convenience. So obviously, as you can see, it uses the artwork from the new movie. You've got Paul, you've got Beast Raban, and you've got Lady Jessica. So anyway, we'll get into the box here, take a look at it. So we start off with your rule book, of course, which is nice. Not a very thick rule book, only about 5-7 pages, and then the progress sheet on the back of it. So not a lot of rules to it, which is nice. As you can see, it had that progress sheet on the back of it, which goes along with the fact that it's a legacy type game. That's the one concern I have, is I'm wondering if it'll be able to be replayed or not. We'll see. So there's some story stuff here. If you want to read it, you can pause the video and take a look at it. But that's some setup stuff, and then after you get your initial setup, you get your mission goals. It tells you kind of how to set up the game and go from there. There's a few more story things. I'll be honest, I haven't gone through these yet to figure out exactly what's what. I don't want to be spoiled by the game. I mean, obviously, the story of Dune, that's not going to interfere with this, or this isn't going to spoil that, but there's a map of the town that you're running around in. But anyway, I just don't want to be spoiled by the story, because it's going to be a thing where you go through it and you're trying to find out who a traitor is and that kind of thing. So I just don't want to be spoiled, so I'm not going to read all the details right now. this will be the time track, the consequence track. That's pretty interesting. Victory point track and time track. Here is a map of Arrakis, which is very nice. And this will come into play again here in a second with some of the stuff from the stretch goals. Then there's Tel Gezer, or Gezer, which is the city that you're running around and doing your missions in. Made up for the game, not from the original works of Frank Herbert, which is fine. Some tokens to be punched out. Consequences, wild, subterfuge, water, of course, spice, of course, and weapon, of course. And then going back to it being a legacy game, if I can get a grip on this, there are stickers here that you can add to your character card, which I'll show in a second, as you level up. So again, that goes back to it being a legacy game, because once you put a sticker on, it's done. Not sure if I would actually put the stickers on, or if I would do just kind of write them down on a notepad. And then you've got the characters here. There is a sleeve here on it. Let me see if I can get that off of here. Well, I can't get that off of there. Not one-handed anyway, with the stick. So I'll go over who the characters are here in a minute. There's another sheet that shows who they are. But one of the characters is a Fremen informant that you can be. One of them is an Atreides soldier. Another one's a smuggler, and I forget what the other one is, but that'll be in the stretch goals. One of the stretch goals was this bag with the Atreides marker on it. That's very nice. And another one of the stretch goals was this set of nice, large, chunky, heavy tokens here. Then you've got the asset deck, which kind of, decide if you want to do something or whatever. Don't read the details. And then there's the meat of this game, which is the actual story cards. Nice deck of those, and they're all bound together. Again, I don't want to get into that right now. Kind of a surprising thing. Oh, there's a couple of tokens here for that tracking sheet that we were looking at earlier. Surprisingly, it's a pretty decent-sized box, but there's nothing else in it. Just this nice big plastic insert. So I feel like they could have gone a little smaller with the box, because there's a lot of air in here that you're paying for. But I have heard that there's going to be 2 more games in the series, so that might be kind of planning ahead on what they can give you to pack in later. So you could fit more games in the base set here, which would be nice. It's kind of the way I like to do things. So let's back this back up here real quick. I'll show the stretch goal stuff. If I'm not mistaken, these are the chapter intros. There's 3 chapters and a prologue at the beginning. So each one of these kind of corresponds. So you get the P, 1, 2, 3 up here in the corner. So these will be the intros for each chapter, I'm sure. And then the rule book. And get the box top on here. And then there's the stretch goals here, which came in this nice folder. Not the fanciest of folders. I mean, it's just a nice cardstock folder, but 2-sided with the artwork. Really nice artwork on it. I like the art style in this. I've heard some people say negative things about it, but I've liked it so far. So, anyway, it comes with the, if there's anything missing, let them know. Now, this is the question I had about the game starting on the 15th. So it's just saying here, welcome Rebel on October 15th. We will put into action the plan that we've agreed upon and set on our journey together. With your support so far, we are sure to weather the storm, let go of fear. Fear is the mind killer. In the meantime, be vigilant and watch out for HSF traitors. I did not write this. This message doesn't exist. And then it thanks you for your purchase. And that you'll be able to... it kind of cuts off. It says it's a promotional email from the publisher related to your purchase. Please notify the online system will, and then it cuts off. So I'm assuming it means it will be available on October 15th. Is kind of what I'm gathering for that. Then it came with these 3 sealed envelopes for each chapter of the game, and these are and contain private messages for each of the player characters. So I think it just adds a little more depth to the game. This is not going to be included in the base, the retail version, but it's just got some kind of extra theming and flavor for it, which is nice. So these are the characters. These are their background cards. This kind of gives you their story. So you've got Arya Koras. I believe she is a smuggler. And you get their backstory here. And it kind of tells you, whichever character you're playing, like a role-playing game, it kind of tells you where you were leading up to the start of the game. I think this is the smuggler. I don't know who the Arya Koras was, but this is Gora Malik. This is, I believe, there's a smuggler. And then you've got Javed Dar. He's the Fremen. And then you've got Daniel Arias, who is the Atreides soldier that, escapes the massacre, basically. And then it comes with some really nice postcards. Nice postcard art. Oversized postcards. That I don't believe they add anything to gameplay. They just look really nice. So you've got the marketplace. You got an image of Sorko's estate, which obviously is a very wealthy person with his water fountains on Arrakis. Just overwhelming opulence and excess there. You got the Ornithopter port. And Telgezer itself. Telgezer, I don't know. And then there's Morgana's Tavern, because what would a good RPG type game be without a tavern to meet up in? And then it comes with a thank you certificate, which is very nice, very heavy stock, and it just has, it's numbered 237. Thank you for your contribution to the success of the campaign. Please accept our sincere gratitude. September 1st, signed by one of the designers, which is nice. And then my favorite thing, which I'm not going to open up because I don't want to wear it out, is a large folded map of Arrakis. The same map you saw just a minute ago, but much larger. And since I'm planning on trying to have this framed and put up in my game room, I'm not going to open it right now, but it's the same map that's in the game. But it's just a nice decorative piece. So I'll be hanging on to that so that the keeping it as is until I get a chance to get a frame for it, because I don't want those folds to get worn out. So anyway, that is it in a nutshell. That's everything included in it. So let me know if you've got a copy of the game, or if you're interested in getting a copy of the game. I'd like to hear what other folks' thoughts are on it. But that's Dune House Secrets, and everything that came with it if you got the stretch goals. So anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and have a good night.